these are things that they can really get into doing, that can build them up, that can give them life skills, and that you can pay them a really good wage to do. Welcome in, everybody, to REI Tax University, where we talk all things tax planning for real estate investors and professionals. Goal here is always to help you as a real estate investor or professional utilize your real estate activities and investments to lower your overall taxes. We want to help you lower those taxes, keep more of your own money, and accelerate your wealth that much faster to put you in the optimal state from a tax planning standpoint. And we're jumping into a common question that I get here, guys, which is when people go into hiring their kids, they say, what job could my kid do through the business? What would qualify for that they could do? Do I hire them to be a model? Do I hire them to clean my home office? Do I hire them to wash my truck? Can I hire them to mow the yard? Can they help out with the social media content? Like, what can they do and what can I pay them for doing that? So we're gonna dive into this now. So the first kind of work that the IRS absolutely loves is the work that gets their hands dirty. So if they're mowing, if they're painting, if they're hanging stuff, if they're building, if they're helping out on contract work with, the IRS is going to love that work. They're going to be like, we can tell they worked, we can see it, we can, it's material, it's tangible. They're going to love that kind of work. So if you can hire them to do actual physical work, that is great. Get their hands dirty. The IRS loves that kind of work. So rule number one, if they can hire, you can hire them to do some of these activities, put that in their job description, get them started doing that and pay them to do it. Rule number two, you got to be aware and think about the chore type activities. So if you're saying, hey, they're going to clean my home office, they're going to wash my truck, they're going to do some of these smaller, more chore type activities, those can be added to what they're doing overall, but just beware, because if that's all they're doing, right? If you're trying to hire your 6 or 7 year old to unload the dishwasher and that gives you more time and you're trying to justify it through one of these means, or to wash your truck because you use your truck for business, that's going to be scrutinized, guys. So be aware of that. It can be added onto the job duties, but it probably should not be their only standalone job duty in what you're paying them through the business to do. The next one that's a favorite here in 2025 is going to be social media content. They can do content creation. They can manage your social media channels. They can help with your branding, right? They can help with your postings. They can engage with your audience. They can help engage and respond to comments and do everything like that. So the good news here is a lot of times you get these kids in the age ranges of 11, 12 years old to 17, 18, college age kids. Like, they're probably even better at this than you or me. They're great at this a lot of times. They know what they're doing. So those are great activities for these kids. You can justify the pay. Look up what it is to cost to hire a social media manager, to someone like that. Like, pay is pretty good for that. So those are all things that they can do. Hire them to do it, pay them what's reasonable if they do it, and document it. The next one, which I feel like is overlooked a lot of times, but I absolutely love this one. I've seen it. I've been at conferences where it's happened, and I like it every time I see it. So photography and videography. And now I'm not talking about being in the photos and being in the videos and that type of stuff. That's things that kids can be paid for, but those usually get more scrutinized. A lot of times people are trying to pay them too much. Hey, I took these photos and I'm putting them up on my site. That's fine. You can do that a little bit, but just not over the top with it. But what I'm really talking about is have them be the ones that are the photographer, that are the videographer, right? So if you're speaking at something, if you're just creating content, they're the ones there with you. They're the ones with the camera. Bring them along with you. Have them photo, have them video you, have them do that. Then have them edit it, have them put it up. Like, this is all high level stuff. What would you pay for someone to come along and do this work with you every day and do it at the level that this child can do it? So these are things that I absolutely love as far as putting into job descriptions for kids. You can pay them a good rate for it. Gets a lot of quality time with you and the kid while they're at that. They're probably getting some other knowledge depending on what kind of conferences you're going to. So especially when they get to be 13, 14, 15 years old, where they can really learn. Now, every kid's different if they're going to want to do this kind of stuff. But again, that's stuff that is an absolute automatic that you can pay them for these types of things. You just need to make sure they're doing it and you're paying them what's reasonable. Now, office work, that always works. So shredding, filing, online filing, website updates, all that kind of stuff. They're doing thank you cards. They can do email outreach. They can help with marketing. They can help with the basics. They can get stuff ran to the mail, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is mostly admin type tasks. So you're going to need to make sure that you're paying them a rate of the admin for this, and a good admin. So it's a reasonable rate that you can pay them. But those are all things that'll absolutely work. You just got to make sure they're doing the work. And again, that's good work. The IRS will like that. They'll like to see that they're doing that. Now, the last piece that I have here, and just kind of an overall quality type thing, is if you can just think about what is it that the kid enjoys doing, right? Every kid is different. What things do they enjoy? And then think about, how can I find things within my business or within my real estate portfolio that they can do that align with things that they enjoy? Because if you can find stuff that they enjoy doing, that they have some passion for, or that maybe they just want to gain some passion for, that's going to work 100% better than trying to force them to do things that they don't want to do, right? So if you have a daughter that's super into fashion and design, and she can get into, okay, you're helping us pick out paint colors, you're helping us figure out the designs of this room, stage it, all those kinds of things. That's incredible work that she could be doing, and you can probably pay her a really good rate. If you have a son or a daughter who's into carpentry and building, right? Those are great things that they could be doing, tagging along on those projects, learning from you, learning from other builders on them, and things like that. Now, for the younger ones, maybe they can be doing things such as helping unpack things, helping get them in set up, helping move things around, right? Those are a little bit smaller tasks, but they can grow into the bigger tasks. Now, if you have a kid that's more artistic, maybe they're into the social media stuff, as a lot of them are, right? Or they want to be a YouTuber, get them on it. They're managing the YouTube channel. They're videoing you. They're photographing you. They're doing all this stuff. They're creating content for your business. They're coming up to you at the office. They're going around the office. And, if you have other people, they're going around the job sites. They're going around the real estate renovations that you're doing. They're videoing people. They're photoing it. They're updating it all the time, right? That's stuff that they can do, and then have them edit it, have them post it, have them respond to it. Like, let them do all this work. Let them help them, put them in a position where they can do it. But if that's stuff they can enjoy doing and they can get paid to do, align it with your business, and there's another reason you can pay them. And now, if you really have more of the kid that loves math, that loves the behind the scenes stuff, that loves the business flow of stuff, it's never too early to start to teach them about the bookkeeping side of things, the more of the real heavy duty office type work, right? Understanding P&Ls, balance sheets, how things flow, doing some of that, the logistics, budgeting and budgeting out your flips and your rentals and all that type of stuff, helping with invoicing. So again, these are all things that we can do. We're talking about a wide range of kids here, all the way from ages 8 to probably 25 that we're talking about. So these are things that they can really get into doing, that can build them up, that can give them life skills, and that you can pay them a really good wage to do. Guys, thanks for following along with this video where we did a little bit of a recap on some good activities that you can hire your kids to do, and some ones that you might need to put a little bit more meat with if that's what you're planning to pay them for. But there's a lot out there. Open your mind, figure out, okay, what is it that they can do? And is it something that works for us? Is it something that works for this business, right? Is this a family business that we can bring them into? Or is this something that's just detrimental? It's not going to work out well. And if it doesn't, it's not worth the quantitative tax savings and financial piece of doing it. But a lot of times you can find that it would be, and there's a lot of other qualitative things that it can improve as they grow, relationships and things like that, if you do it effectively. So I'm a huge fan of hiring the kids. Hire them right, pay them right, do it all well, so that you can get this strategy implemented. You can get the tax savings from it, but also a ton of other benefits that come along with it. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, I invite you over to REI Tax University. So we're at reitaxu.com. Become a member, join. It's a small monthly subscription fee. And what we're doing there is all things tax planning, just like this, for real estate investors and professionals. So you're going to have forums with other members, office hours that we have, case studies, tons of resources, full video content, full series that you can go through, the resources that you need to go through them to make sure that you can take some of this stuff and actually implement it to get the full ROI of your real estate, which includes the tax benefits and the tax strategies. And sometimes that's the number one ROI from it, especially early on, but people aren't realizing it. So join us over there at REI Tax University. We want to help you keep more of your own money and really make sure you're using your real estate to the best of your abilities and to the best way that you can optimize your tax strategies and save as much as you can on those to keep more of your own wealth. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, and see you over there.